So Mark Levin of Fox News is still absolutely crashing out on a daily basis over Tucker Carlson and Nick Fuentes. And it's been a really interesting thing to watch because, look, they're not wrong. Levin and Shapiro are not wrong when they say that Nick Fuentes and the stuff he says should be outside of the realm of respectable conversation and debate. In fact, he's 100% right when he says that. But there's a big glaring problem with him saying that, and it's that he's pro-genocide. He loves Netanyahu. He loves Israel. He's flat out pro-genocide. He's a disgusting and vicious liar. He hasn't shown even the tiniest inkling of concern at hospitals being bombed and schools being bombed and innocent children being sniped in the face and murdered. He doesn't care. And so for him to be, a moral arbiter of what's acceptable within the Republican tent, it's laughable. It's laughable. It's just as laughable as Nick Fuentes saying to them, like, you're outside of the realm of respectable debate. And it's like, okay, you're correct too, Nick. But so are you. You love Hitler, right? So it's just so wild to watch this because Mark Levin and Ben Shapiro in particular, they're on their moral high horse, preening and pretending like, we're going to stop this surge of, unacceptable neo-Nazism from within the tent. And it's like, bro, you brought this, you helped usher this in by being hateful towards every other minority group except Jews. Let's go ahead and get this started. He's crashing out hard. He's going directly at Tucker to the point where he even goes on to say he belonged in a mental institution.
Then we have on the fascistic, neo-Nazi, radical right. And by the way, I'm not talking about constitutional conservatives. Not in the least. We're not on the radical right. We're right in the center. And I don't mean ideologically. I mean, we're right in the center. We support the Constitution, the Declaration, the founding, and everything that was done to create this nation. How can we be right wing? Right wing of what?
What? You're denying that you're right wing now? What is that?
These people are not America first. America first isn't evil over good. America first isn't tyranny over liberty. America first isn't sounding like the Marxist, Islamist, anti-American Jew haters. That's not American at all. That's not America first, second, or third.
It's so wild to have Mark Levin screech about what counts as America first because he supported the tens of billions of dollars going to Israel. That's not America first. Did he criticize Trump for sending $40 billion to Javier Milei and his failed state in Argentina with his anarcho-capitalist garbage? No. So you can't say you're America first. You're fucking not America first. This is bullshit. Everybody knows it's bullshit.
No, they're aiding and abetting people who want to destroy the country. They want to destroy the country. You have individuals in that ilk, in that cabal, who talk up Hitler, who platform people who talk up Hitler.
And you talk up Netanyahu. Again, this is why it's so hollow. All of this is so vapid. It's so vacuous. It's so fucking hollow. Because, you like modern Hitler. Netanyahu is modern Hitler. And that's not even, at this point, that's not even controversial. He's literally up on the crime of genocide, right? The ICJ and the ICC are like, we see what you are and what you're doing. But he can't help himself. He can't help himself.
You have individuals who talk up Stalin, who platform people who talk up Stalin. You have individuals who defend Hamas as a political movement, not a terrorist movement. How many people have been slaughtered, Americans, by the Islamists? The Islamists have killed more Americans, as Victor Davis Hanson so brilliantly pointed out in the Free Press, than any other entity since the end of World War II. Did you know that? When we were hit on 9/11, we took a bigger hit than we took at Pearl Harbor. Are you aware of that? There's a lot of young people who aren't. They're being brainwashed to the opposite. If Stalin had had his way, America wouldn't have even existed. But we're told, no, Eisenhower was wrong. We're told Churchill's the bad guy. Hitler's misunderstood. And these guys, they are desperate for normal, regular Americans to debate them. To debate what? They belong in a mental institution.
So do you. You're pro-genocide. Oh, my God. Again, you can't pull this card of I'm above it all. You can't do that. You're a joke of a person. You've never met a war you didn't like. So that's why this is all so fucking hollow. Look, for what it's worth, and look, I'm not involved in that. I'm an outsider. I'm a lefty. These are not my people. But as an outsider, as a lefty, Mark, you're being a bitch. If Nick wants to debate you, debate him. Ben, you're being a bitch. If Nick wants to debate you, debate him. Again, you got nothing to worry about, right? You got nothing to worry about because you're so right and you're so just and you're so honorable and you're so virtuous and he's so crazy and he's pro-Hitler and this and that. The reason why they don't want to do it is because I think on some level they kind of know that what Nick is going to do in the debate is throw right back in their face that, okay, you say I support Hitler. Well, what if I told you I was just a kid fucking shit posting and memeing and joking around, but you actually support modern Hitler Netanyahu? And they have no response to that. They could try, but at the end of the day, any response would be them waging war on objective reality. And nobody is going to buy that. By the way, for the record, you go look at any Ben Shapiro video today, like go any of the past like 20 videos, let's say. You go click on them, go look in the comment section. Every single comment is a groiper fucking mocking him. Every single comment is a groiper saying like, you know, you're a bitch, debate Nick, you know, you're wrong. So like, they peaked, bro. Like this version of conservatism, it peaked and it's on the way out.
The point is, I despise them because they're trying to use the cover of conservatism in the American flag to justify the unjustifiable. They
are conservative, though. I know you want to do this like, oh, nothing bad can be conservatism because I'm conservative and I love conservatism. But they're of course they're fucking conservative. There's not just, yes, there's different varieties of conservatism. There's neoconservatism, there's paleoconservatism, there's fascism. Like, this is all conservative. Don't pretend like it's not.
That is what we are facing right now in our country. The problem is these people, the neo-Nazi fascists on the extreme right.
That part's actually accurate.
They're the weak underbelly of this republic. You know, the other side, they know what they stand for. They're fighting. They're bringing people into the country who agree with them. They fight assimilation. They're trying to reach out to young people through Marxist propaganda, and we'll give you something for nothing. And
what? Is this him saying that, oh, Nick and Tucker are more economically left than us? Yeah, and that's actually part of what makes them appealing to young people, you fucking idiot. And there's a bunch of videos of Shapiro going viral yesterday, and one of them was him saying, like, well, if you can't afford to live in New York City, maybe don't live in New York City, maybe move. And then the other video went viral of him again, back when he was arguing that nobody should retire at 65. That's way too young. We need to raise the retirement age. It's like, well, yeah, no wonder. Apart from your love of Israel, which is objectively unappealing to young people, no wonder young people hate you, because it's another thing they hate, where you wag your finger at them and say, free market capitalism is the best, and if you're failing, that's 100% on you, and nothing is systemic at all. Really? We have people who work a full-time job and don't make enough money to survive. And that's their fault? That they work a full-time job, they're not lazy, but they can't pay the bills, and that's their fault. No, that's the system's fault. And again, you just hurt your own case. Now, what I would say to these young people, though, is beware, because even though Tucker and Nick might say some economically populist things every now and then, they don't actually give a fuck about that, which is why there's old videos of Nick saying, I love the rich and I hate the poor. So understand that Tucker and Nick use economically left-wing arguments sometimes to appeal to young people, but that's not the core of their politics. That is the core of our politics on the left. So come join us, because we'll actually fix your life.
And they use Kulinski tactics. Rich people are bad. You know, get the Jews, get the Christians. The others, they want you to believe that you stand for them. Are you unhappy? Are you down on your luck? Aren't you sick and tired of what's going on? Well, join us. Join you to do what? We've seen their type before, Mr. and Mrs. America. We've seen it in Europe. We've seen it in Germany. We've seen it in the United States in the 1930s, although it wasn't this bad. In the 1930s. Look at it this way. What do you think the founders of your country would think of these people who claim that they represent the Constitution of the Declaration of Independence, that they represent the will of God, as pointed out in the Declaration, or the Enlightenment, when they're siding with Hamas, when they're siding with Hitler, when they're siding with Stalin? What do you think? What do you think our founders would think if they knew who Hitler was and they knew who Stalin was? And all? Who do you think they'd be siding with? Well, they clearly didn't side with the King of England, did they? The King of England wasn't anything like what we're talking about now.
Is he even trying? Now you're just not even making sense.
And here's the other thing. These people I'm talking about, they trashed President Reagan, who defeated the Soviet Union. They trashed President Trump, who took out the nuclear sites in Iran.
I love how that's his big gotcha. Is like, you criticized Trump when he bombed Iran. Yeah. Again, that's one of the reasons why they're more popular with young people than you are.
President of the United States, who's peace through strength, who's a very practical man, an incredibly patriotic man, they're stabbing him in the back too. They try to steal MAGA. They try to steal America first. But these people are reprobates. They're reprobates. So here's the
guys, it's gonna be so awesome when Trump is gone and these people are viciously fighting for the mantle of MAGA and America first and Trumpism. It is gonna be so fucking awesome because they're just gonna rip each other to shreds, bro. To shreds. They're already doing it, but just imagine when that unifying figure of Trump is no longer there. It's gonna get even worse.
The 250th anniversary is coming up. What are we celebrating? Our great founders. The men and women who fought the Revolutionary War, who fought it for liberty, for sovereignty, for representative government, for what we now call capitalism. They didn't fight it for genocide. They didn't fight it for all these other causes that somehow have become popular.
This is such like a boomer rant, bro. Like, Mark, first of all, your audience is all 80 years old. Second of all, they're already super pro-Israel and pro-capitalism. They have all the fucking money, dog, all right? So, like, yeah, you're preaching to your choir here, but I'm telling you, when I say, you know, the young people have been lost, it's true. The young people have been lost to the Tuckers and to the Candaces and to the Nick Fuentes. And these idiots are so ill-equipped to fucking handle that and deal with it. They really are. They really are. So, but again, don't get it twisted. There are no good guys in this fight, as I tell you every single time we talk about them. It's the people who love the old Holocaust versus the people who love the new Holocaust. That's what it is. It's people who love Hitler versus people who love modern-day Hitler. That's what it is. And I just love watching them go at it. I love watching them go at it. So, by the way, kind of hilarious that the guy who spends literally all day, every day, screaming in a shrill voice is saying that Tucker needs to go in a mental institution. Of all the people involved in this fight, if I had to put money on any one of them having to spend time in a mental institution at some point in their life, Mark, that's you, bro. That's you. And it's actually not even close. All right, guys, that's the show, y'all. I love y'all very much. You guys know the drill. Everybody, please do me a big favor and subscribe to the channel. You can also support the show on Patreon. Remember, this is real independent media, and your help is much, much appreciated and keeps us going. You can also sign up for Crystal Kyle and Friends on Substack and go sub to the Corn's World YouTube channel where we do live Kyle and Corn episodes every Monday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And that's all I got for you guys today, man. I love you guys, and I'll see you back here tomorrow, same time, same place. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.